So I was just tagged on Facebook with this story right here involving Breonna Taylor. It's another Breonna Taylor update. And apparently the FBI has now officially opened up an investigation into her death. Well, more like her murder. But see, they have to call it death because they haven't formally charged the terrorist with her murder, even though we know that's what it was. Now, I will not get all excited about this. I don't want y'all to jump for joy either, because you know how these things often can turn out to be. They can sometimes work, but a lot of times they don't. But I'm going to read this article and see what else we can find out. The FBI in Louisville, Kentucky has opened an investigation into the terrorist involved shooting death of frontline worker Breonna Taylor. Taylor and her boyfriend Kenneth Walker were sleeping inside of their Springfield Drive apartment on March 13th when officers with the Louisville Metro Police Department attempted to execute a no-knock search warrant. 3 plainclothes terrorists opened Taylor's front door and blindly opened fire into their apartment, according to a wrongful death lawsuit filed in April by Taylor's mother, Tamika Palmer. Taylor was accused of accepting USPS packages for an ex-boyfriend who police were investigating as an alleged drug trafficker and used her address according to the warrant. The terrorist said they knocked several times before. I'm not going to continue to read that because it's basically rehashing stuff we already heard. Walker, age 27, was charged with the shooting. Okay, we got that part. Oh, let's get to this part. I believe an additional investigation is necessary, said Wine at a press conference. I believe the independent investigation by the Attorney General Office of Kentucky, FBI, and U.S. Attorney's Office must be completed before we go forward with any prosecution of Kenneth Walker. And if after those reviews we believe there's sufficient evidence to present to the grand jury, we will do so. So that basically sounds like they're still trying to go after Kenneth Walker to me. Mattingly and Officer Brett Hankinson and Miles Cosgrove were placed on administrative reassignment pending an investigation. An investigation is also being conducted by the Louisville Metro Police Department Public Integrity Unit. Louisville Police Department Chief Steve Conrad said at a press conference after the shooting, the officers who worked with their criminal interdiction unit did not wear any body cameras. One of them, of course, announces retirement and so on and so forth. I'm not reading that either. Okay, whatever. Like I'm saying, I'm not going to jump to excitement over this at all. That's why I kind of skimmed through this article, even though it wasn't that long of an article to begin with. But still, at the same time, I'm not going to jump for joy. Because look at how long they dragged this out, and there still really hasn't been any repercussions for the crime in which was committed. They don't even want to call this a crime. And still, it's fuck Daniel J. Cameron, a.k.a. the clean-shaven jigaboon, all day. And that mayor. Fuck them both. For real. Because I bet you if this was Brittany Taylor, little Lily White Brittany, they would have went to bat for her. After all, didn't they kind of do the same thing with Natalie Holloway back in 2005? Yes, they did. They went trying to search for this girl for 3 months. But when it comes to black women, black people in general, but in this case a black woman, they drag their ass. Literally dragging their ass on the pavement. And it's a shame that it takes outrage from the people to get them to do their job. But we'll see. I will not get my hopes up. I will not jump for joy.